Good morning to all. Today I am discussing about the topic of ecosystem. The term ecosystem was first proposed by A.G. Tansley in 1935. An ecosystem consists of biological community that occur to some local and the physical and chemical factor that make us in the non-living environment. That means there is a ecosystem as a function of interacting system composed of one or more living organism in their effective environment. That means the world is not equal. All are different part of the earth surface. Some parts are hot and some parts are cool, and the characteristics are different from one region to another. So that the ecosystem means the ecosystem as a function. That means there is a functional interrelationship between living and non-living part of the earth surface. That means there is a living part which are the plants and animals which are related to their effective environment. That means there is some parts are hot. We know that there is a hot part where there is some animals are living which are their comfort in that region, but some of the animals which are not comfort in that region because they are not fitted for the environment. Then an ecosystem consists of the biological community that occurred as some local and physical and chemical factor that make up its non-living environment. There are many example ecosystem, a pond and desert and forest. These are all ecosystem. Ecosystem consists not only in a big part of the earth surface, it may be consist on a small part of a earth surface. That means, for example, in a jam jar or a bread, there is also a from some lives of their effective environment. Ecosystem, that is the basic functional unit of ecology. Definition: a group of organisms interact among themselves and with the environment is known as ecosystem. That means not only one particular community are developed in a particular region. In generally there are different type of plants and animals grow in a same environment. That is there is a ecosystem. Thus an ecosystem is a community of different species interacting with each other. We know that all there is a living organism interact to each other. We are always depend from one living organism to another. For example, plants, generally we divided all as a living organism in 4 different parts, that is herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous and 3 parts, that is there is herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. And autotrophs, these are the green plants which are we call it autotrophs, because the green plants prepare their food from the sun ray. But other living organisms which are always depend on green plants. Some animals which are directly interrelated to their green plants, and some are depends on the small animals. These are all called as herbivorous, directly eating the animals which are directly depend on the green plants, which are called as herbivorous, and some animals which are depend on their other small animals, that is called as carnivorous. For example, tiger. Okay.